Hey, what's up, young world? This is Emilio with Awesome Genetics Sports Edition. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and smash that notification button. Smash. The NFL season kicked off with a really dope game, guys. Dallas Cowboys faced the Tampa Bay Bucks. Amazing game if you missed it, guys. They do have NFL Rewind. If you guys missed that, you guys can go and watch the replay of that game. But the game was a really good game. So I was so proud of Dak Prescott. You know, he's been through so much. He's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in this league. A great guy, great leader. And I was so proud of him because he showed the world why he deserved the pay he got. Now, I've always been a fan of Dak Prescott. This guy's always been an amazing quarterback in my eyes. And everybody just don't see it that way, right? And that's fine. That's all opinion based. So now with that game that they played against, the Tampa Bay Bucks, hopefully some of the doubters can be relieved now, especially some of the Dallas fans. I don't believe that they felt Dak Prescott should be paid as a top quarterback. And now maybe that opinion will change and they can actually see that this guy is an amazing talent. So this is something that I've always seen. So much love to my guy Dak Prescott. Now, I've listened to Skip Bayless talk about Dak Prescott, and actually he was talking about Cowboys facing Tampa Bay Bucks. And all I heard was the disbelief, or him not believing in his team or believing in his quarterback. I feel like he just didn't, when it came to money, he just didn't believe that Dak Prescott was that guy. I just didn't believe that he believed that. Okay, so me, right? Look at it. I am a Washington football team guy. And I love the Washington Redskins. Well, was the Washington Redskins, now the Washington football team. I love those guys. I go in front of the number one fan. I've never worn any other gear in my entire life except the Washington Redskins and the Washington football team. That's how much I love my guys. Very loyal, right? To the Washington football team. And I will tell you, I don't believe in Fitzpatrick. I just don't. I don't believe in him. And the way that I say that, I can be honest and I can tell you that I don't believe in him, right? Because I don't. I love my team, right? So I'm going to be honest with myself and I'm going to be honest with my team. He is not the guy for the Washington football team. I have never looked at Dak Prescott that way, saying he's not the guy. I believe that Dak Prescott can be the guy on any NFL team. He can be that guy. So I believe that Skip Bayless, he just never believed in what he had. But maybe now, and you guys continue to watch, he'll soften up and that'll change, because that's what he do. So anyway, let's move on. So the kicker missed a 60-yard field goal and a 31-yard field goal and an extra point. So if he missed the 60, I mean, okay, all right, he missed the 60. The 31-yard field goal, when you lose, to Tampa Bay, as good as the Dallas Cowboys played, you need that field goal. You need that extra point. Because if you get that extra point, you get that field goal, we talking different right now, man. We looking at the whole situation being different. And true enough. Let me explain something to you guys, because some of you guys don't know. Tom Brady is very Bill Belichick like. Meaning, when you play against Tom Brady, everybody is giving their best shot. They like showing all the plays and doing this and doing that. So what happens is Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, they plan ahead. So they have an idea of who they'll play in the playoffs before the season starts. They have an idea of who they're going to play before the season starts, right? That's how prepared these guys are. And like I said before, Tom Brady is very Bill Belichick-like. Very. So even though they may have not shown their whole entire hand, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they want you to show your entire hand. Because when it comes to playoff time, if you continue to do the same thing, right, then you're going to lose. If you continue to do the same plays, you're going to lose. Because they already know what that play is, right? So it's like this, right? How can Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers be considered, two of the greatest quarterbacks that ever played? But when it comes to playing Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, can't figure it out. Well, I'll tell you why. Because they're not doing anything different. And Bill Belichick will take away what you do best. And as great as these guys are in the regular season, they're not as great when it comes to the playoffs. Because you got one game to play. One game. You have to look at the playoffs as one game, right? And these guys just don't pull it off. Why? Because these guys don't do anything different. They expose their hand, right? During the regular season, and they're doing nothing different for the playoffs. And that's why you see an early exit from these really great quarterbacks, such as Drew Brees, such as Aaron Rodgers. You see that exit every year. Now, you will continue to see it if these coaches and offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators don't start to think or even learn from Bill Belichick. Right? Bill Belichick is the greatest coach I've ever seen. Right? And I feel like if you were to watch football and you watch football like I watch football and everybody's watching football, you would think the coaches, the offensive coordinator, the coaching staff, everybody would have figured this out by now. But they haven't. They haven't figured it out. And these great quarterbacks leave the NFL with one ring. As great as they are, they leave with one ring. Wow. Well, Bill Belichick's system and the Patriot way is to me, it's one of the best structures I've seen in football. Right? It's one of the best structures I've seen in football. So, if I say it's the best structure that I've seen in football, that means that anybody can go that Bill Belichick, feels that could be inserted in the system, and you will be great. Now, what happens is Bill Belichick, once you get in his system, I don't know many guys that was in Bill Belichick's system and they left New England and didn't get a check when they left New England. I just don't know many guys. Now, once you leave New England, well, I mean, sometimes most of these guys' career, they just go down here. They just go downhill. But when you're in that system, he inserts you in that system, right? And you learn that system. His genetics rub off on you, right? If you just listen and stay the course with Bill Belichick, his genetics rub off. His awesome genetics rub off on you, right? And you become, or you help that team become a great football team, right? And it's just inserting you in. Now, you will, Mr. Bill Belichick, nickname should be Mr. Get a Check, because like I said before, guys, he will get you a check once you leave New England. You will get paid. Now, what you do with the awesome genetics that he inserted in you, what you do with those is totally up to you once you get to the next team. But most guys don't do anything once they leave New England, once they leave that system.